now joined by tonight's fourth-place finisher of the WinStar World Casino and Resort 350, Tyler Reddick, driver of the number 19 draw-type Ford. Tyler, you started on the pole, a solid finish for you. Talk about your evening.
It was a handful for sure. The first couple laps, the truck felt pretty good, and then overdrove it a little bit, and it was loose from there on that first run. Second run, I was screaming and yelling for them to tighten it up because I felt like we were going to wreck any moment, and then we went too far and we had to back ourselves up. But all in all, it was a good run for our team. Everyone on board with BKR Racing, from draw tight to Reese tow power to Broken Bow Records. So we were able to come home third, fourth, I believe, somewhere in there. We're still trying to figure it out, but all in all, a good top five. It's what we wanted. We really wanted to win. I felt really good here in the spring on the higher side, but we were just a little too all over the place throughout the race to really get comfortable in a certain lane. So it was just mayhem, especially the last 10 laps. But we made the right calls, made the right moves at the end, and brought home a top five finish. Happy with that.
I believe we have a question in the press box.
Wolfgang Munzer from Germany, Rennsport Press Agency. Tyler, you just said the car was loose, and maybe, as far as I understand, you lose position. How was the car then in the traffic later on? Did you improve and you came up back to fourth?
Well, definitely it seemed like, in the past, whenever you have a somewhat tight or neutral balance vehicle, when you get in traffic, you get tight. And at Vegas and here, I found whenever you have a pretty considerably loose vehicle, and you don't have the downforce or the side force on your vehicle, it just it gets even looser. And so it was kind of difficult, and I kind of had to manage it. And definitely, though, when we were able to put on those scuffs at the end there and have a mad dash to the finish there, those last 10 laps, we were able to take advantage of what we had. Just trying to find the clean air in the traffic at the end, and made some bold. I feel like I made some bold moves and all over the place from the top of the racetrack to the bottom of the racetrack, just trying to get back to the front as quick as we could because I knew you got to make your moves really fast there in the opening 2 or 3 laps of a restart, and we were able to do that in the end. But we had a lot of things not really go crystal clear or perfect for us today, and we just kind of had to overcome all those things, and I feel like we did a good job of that tonight. Thank you.
Reed.
Reed Spencer with NASCAR Wire Service. Tyler, as many times as you were sideways tonight, I think I counted 3 or 4 when you were racing Johnny there during that one sequence. Are you surprised that you got through all that and came home with the top 5 unscathed?
Well, it was definitely getting hairy there with Johnny. Johnny wasn't doing anything wrong. He was racing me as hard as I would race him. We're racing for position. We're not necessarily racing for points, maybe owner's points, but every spot matters, and you got to learn that with championship racing. And we definitely got sideways quite a few times, not just around Johnny by myself and around other people as well. But we were able to overcome those things and have a good finish. But it was a handful.
Steve.
Yeah, Tyler, Stan Creekmore with CompetitionPlus.com. Pretty much the same question, though, in a sense, except for where did you get the ability to just not kind of panic or back off or slow down and everything? Because as a rookie driver, you even had the television cast saying you were going to wreck at any second. You were going to be the next caution, and you never were. So where did you get the ability to do what you did?
Dirt racing. That's pretty much all there was to it. I grew up racing sideways 24/7, sometimes 100. I raced over 100 times a year back when I was younger growing up, and all just dirt racing. So it was all about, dirt racing's all about car control, running sideways and not wrecking pretty much. So I was able to put that to use here. Whenever you have an ill-handling vehicle, it comes into handy whenever you have a vehicle that's loose and a real handful. Even a vehicle that's tight, or when you get knocked around or you're wrecking, or it helps a lot with the car control, especially on these big 1.5 miles whenever you have a loose vehicle.